Dreams come true easier than you think. We're going to get into it. Hi, I'm Joe. Welcome back. This is the Ultimate Love Letter. Thank you for joining the conversation. We are meant to make every single vision that we hold in our mind come to pass in reality. I am here to tell you that dreams come true easier than you can ever imagine. Perhaps you're dealing with a difficult time right now. Perhaps you've lost your way and you don't believe that God can use your brokenness. You know, you have a deep feeling, a sensation, just this knowing within that you are meant for something greater, something beyond what you're experiencing right now. But maybe you don't know where to begin. Maybe it seems so far in your mind, so far out of reach, that you have come to believe that it will always just live in your mind. I am here to tell you, you cannot be further from the truth. Enlightenment is created through struggle and not through ease. If you are finding yourself right now at the lowest point, in the darkest moment, I am here to tell you that is exactly where God is able to reach you, where you can't do anything else other than ascend upward. Like you are at the bottom, so there's nowhere to go but up. That is the moment when we turn our attention to God. God says His glory, His light, He is able to reach you in those deepest, darkest depths of your soul where you feel like there is no way out. God is there extending His hand forward, reaching for you. Because He knows that when you ascend out of that darkness, then your testimony will be only God could have done it. You couldn't have done it on your own strength. No one was ever coming to save you, not any parent, not any loved one, not any spouse. It was only God who could do it. The dreams that you hold in your mind are absolutely meant to come to fruition. And it was always meant for God to walk us into that reality. So perhaps the dream feels like it's been withheld all these years. But if you look at it, perhaps you have left God out of the details also all these years. The only thing that was holding us back from achieving those dreams was that we were leaving God out of it. Those dreams are only made possible when we are yielded to God. And the beautiful part is that God wants to carry us there. God doesn't want us to struggle and strive and feel that we have to hold it all together to create those massive miracles that you know in the depths of you are possible. No, no, no. They're only possible with God. And God wants to take you there. But you can only go with Him. So perhaps maybe now you're in this darkest point so that you only have now to look to God. You can't look anywhere else. Consider yourself blessed because now all your intention is focused on the one who can bring about every single dream. And what's crazy, and you may not believe this yet, but I am living proof. I am a living testament to this. He is going to take you to those dreams faster and with least effort on your part, because it was always his job to do it. Our job was simply to seek his face and give it to him to accomplish. I have been dreaming for years about sailing the Amalfi Coast. God put that vision in my mind, in my heart, and I just knew one day, and every day it just felt like it was closer and closer every single day. And I have lived that dream. And what's the interesting part is it was so easy to achieve. It almost felt like it cost nothing to achieve it. Like, I'm in Italy, I boarded a flight. If I tell you the miracle of I don't even know how I paid for that flight, you wouldn't believe it, but I'm here to tell you it's true. I boarded a train in first class, and I was alerted days after I boarded that train that took me to the Amalfi Coast that I was being refunded 100% for that fare. How? I mean, I boarded the train. I made it here on time. I've been here for days, and yet I was in Amalfi for days, and yet I was being refunded. I didn't request a refund. Nothing went wrong. I boarded the train. Everything was perfect. And yet I'm being refunded all the money that it took. Essentially, I came to Amalfi for free, or shall I say it, on God's dime. But that's what God says he will do. God says he will fund the trips when we go and do the things he asks us to do, when he asks us to do them. And as I found myself in Amalfi, of course, I thought, well, I'm here. I'm definitely booking this tour on the coast. And as I booked this intimate excursion out of Amalfi, God did not cease to show up. I booked the trip. We went on this tour, and the tour was only beginning when they told me, the captain of the boat told me, I hear you begun in Amalfi. And I said, that is true. And he says, well, Amalfi is one of the excursions, actually one of the biggest excursions on this boat trip. Another one is Positano. But Amalfi is one of the longest stops. He says, we have an idea. Let us do this. When we pull into Amalfi, let me disembark the other guests. And then you come solo with just me and the other crew, and we'll take you on an adventure that's not included. Essentially, God was giving me a private yacht tour with simply me and a crew of 2. They took me to places that I have never even heard of. I got to swim the Amalfi Coast. I got to swim in these beautiful, clear waters off the beacon paths, and it was just reserved for me. God had not only done absolutely what he promised, but he went beyond what he promised. Nothing I needed to ask for, but everything he was willing to give, simply because I followed him to achieve it. I'm here to tell you, friend, every dream you hold in your mind is a vision from God. It is absolutely meant for you to achieve. Our only work is to give it to God to achieve it. And I want to stop you if you're thinking it's hard to give it to God. God comes with a lot of rules and regulations. I'm going to live a boring life if I give it to God. Nothing can be further from the truth. God wants to collaborate with you. God is an all-loving God. God is not standing by to condemn you, waiting to give you a long list of rules. God is saying, come as you are. Give it to him. All your grievances, all your worries, all your concerns, everything you're afraid to give up, all the things you don't want to give up, all the things you feel you're not ready to give up, give it to him. Speak to him as candidly as you would speak to a friend, because he is the ultimate friend. And as you give it to him, watch and see what he will do. God is going to make your life more adventurous. God is going to saturate you with peace. God is going to show you how he is going to fund it all, because you are a descendant of his kingdom. You are royalty in your birthright. He, your Father who is in heaven, is standing by waiting to care for you. And yes, that means financial care as well. The miracles that we read about in the Bible are the same miracles that God is waiting to bring about for you. For God's sake, give it to him. And you go off and you live free. You go off and you experience the dreams that only you know live in the deepest part of your heart, because God placed them there. Go further and go faster when you go with God. Thank you so much for joining this convo. This is a beautiful prelude into the newest offering that just completes the brand of the Ultimate Love Letter, and I am so honored to bring it to you. We talk a lot about trust and living in freedom, and that God is the one who is funding that freedom. And all it takes is us trusting him deeply for it. And now, even though I know that might be easier said than done, it is absolutely attainable. And all it takes is for us tapping into that trust. I am able to guide you to that trust. I have created, you don't trust God yet, but you will. It is a 24-lesson self-paced course where I am helping guide you to the level of trust that is necessary to achieve the life of freedom. You can join the journey right now. All of it is linked in our show notes, and I will meet you inside. It's time to live free. Thank you so much for being here. Until next time, love yourself and love others. We'll chat again real soon. Bye for now.